under the AICTE Technical Book Writing Scheme. All India Council for Technical Education has launched a technical book writing scheme in line with NEP 2020's primary directive to provide education in students' native tongues in order to foster their creativity and critical thinking. And today, we have here with us Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director AICTE, Dr. Mamata R. Agarwal, Advisor AICTE, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Honorable Member Secretary of AICTE, Dr. Sisa Thomas, Honorable Vice Chancellor, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Dr. Suresh Babu, Principal, College of Engineering, Trivandrum, and Dr. Vinu Thomas, Dean Academics, APJ KTU. Let's begin the program with a silent prayer. You may all take your seats, please. Now, I invite Dr. K. Gopakumar, Program Coordinator, to welcome the gathering.
Respected Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Sisa Thomas, Director AICTE, Dr. Sunil Luthra, Dean Academics, Dr. Vinu Thomas, Advisor on AICTE, Dr. Mamata Agarwal, Honorable Member Secretary AICTE, Professor Rajiv Kumar, respected faculty members, and colleagues from the university. A warm welcome to all of you. So this is the orientation program scheduled as per the direction from AICTE for the translators and reviewers of diploma books to Malayalam language. Actually, AICTE introduced this scheme long back, might be around July, August 2022. Most of the university has already conducted this orientation program and has proceeded with the translation work. Unfortunately, maybe due to lack of sufficient faculty members from our university affiliated colleges for carrying out the translation, from our side, this orientation program get delayed by maybe a few months, but still we hope that the translators and reviewers present here will be able to complete the work within the stipulated time as mandated by AICTE. So I'm not going to any detail regarding this. So let me enter into my duty of welcoming the gathering. So we have with us Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Sisa Thomas. Actually, Madam is very eager to ensure that, as requested by AICTE, we should complete the orientation program as well as the translation of diploma books, third semester diploma books at the earliest. So initially we scheduled this program to 14th of this month, and Dr. Mamata has contacted Dr. Sisa Thomas, our Vice Chancellor, and requested that the program shall be preponed because our university is late, and Madam has taken initiative to ensure that this orientation program will be completed at the earliest. That's how it is preponed to 8th or today from 14th of this month. So on behalf of all university staff as well as the participants, let me take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Madam to this. So we have with us Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director AICTE. He has reached here from New Delhi yesterday evening by 12 midnight. And today morning he was ready to travel to our university and reached in the university well in advance. So Dr. Sunil Luthra is working as Director, All India Council of Technical Education, New Delhi. Prior to that, he has worked as the Director Principal at Ranbir Singh State Institute of Engineering and Technology, Haryana. He is also visiting professor at the Center of Supply Chain Involvement, University of Derby, UK. So on behalf of all participants and on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and other members of university, I take this opportunity to welcome sir to this function. Advisor Dr. Mamata R. Agarwal from AICTE. She has joined online to this program. She is presently working as advisor in AICTE, advisor 1 in AICTE, as also as former additional secretary, Association of Indian Universities, joint secretary, UGC, and director, Education, New Delhi. She is also from the first batch of lady pilot officer in Indian Air Force. Under her leadership, AICTE Training and Learning Academy, AITAL, has been recognized, conferred award, and included in the Indian Book of Records, Asia Book of Records, and World Book of Records for outstanding contribution, faculty training and development. On behalf of the university and on behalf of participants, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Mamata Agarwal. Now, Dean Dr. Vinu Thomas is here. He has recently joined our university as a dean prior to Dr. Sadiq, and was the principal Model Engineering College, Ernakulam, and has worked in various capacities at various institutions. So he is also eager to ensure that whatever the tasks are assigned by other agencies like AICTE, UGC, we must complete in time. So let me take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Vinu Thomas. Welcome, sir. Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, AICTE, will be joining online. Now I think sir has told that he's traveling, so he may join online. So let me take this opportunity to welcome Professor Rajiv Kumar, the Member Secretary of AICTE. Now our AR Shri Sadish Kumar is here. He is to deliver vote of thanks. I welcome Shri Sadish to this function. Now, let me take this opportunity to welcome the colleagues of our university and the faculty members who has come here for this orientation program. I hope that the orientation program will help the faculty members to do the translation very easily, because the software will help you to get the translation to 75%, extent of 75%, remaining only you need to carry out. So let me express a warm welcome to all of you. And once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I am very honored to invite Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director, AICTE, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Camera is working this side only audience side. Is it possible to fix this camera? Stage camera. Stage camera. Very good morning to everyone. Respected Professor Caesar Thomas, Honorable Vice Chairman, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, respected Professor Suresh Babu V, Principal CET, respected Professor Vinu Thomas, Dean Academics, APJ KTU, respected Professor Rajiv Kumar, Honorable Member Secretary, AICTE New Delhi, respected Dr. Mamata K. Agarwal, Advisor AICTE, respected Dinesh Ji, my co-director at AICTE, respected Professor K. Gopakumar, Program Coordinator, respected translators and reviewers. A very good morning to everyone. Very good morning to everyone. I am really thankful and honored to be a part of this orientation program at APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, AKTU Trivandrum, for the translator and reviewers of second year diploma courses in Malayalam language in association with the AICTE. The goal of this orientation program is basically simplification of understanding of engineering subjects in translating into mother tongue. The major emphasis of NEP was NEP is to impart technical education in mother tongue to, and basically why we want to convert into mother tongue, to enhance creativity among the students, to enhance critical thinking and problem solving among the students. In alignment with National Education Policy 2020, we started AICTE has initiated technical book writing scheme, that is initiated technical education in Indian language, in regional languages. In regional languages, that is called technical book writing scheme. AICTE has initiated this scheme. We are translating our English books into 12 regional languages, what in this, what AICTE is doing? AICTE is identifying top author from the for the original book writing in English. Then, as per the model curriculum, as you see, AICTE has launched model curriculum and outcome based education as suggested in NEP 2020. We have, as per, we are writing initially, we are identifying top experts and writing books in English language as per the AICTE model curriculum and outcome based education model. Then after original book writing, we are translating to 12 regional languages. Malayalam is here today. We have gathered for second year diploma courses in Malayalam language. In first year already we have converted 22 books, 12 at diploma level and 10 undergraduate level, translated into 12 languages. In 22-23, we have initiated process of second year original books writing in English and then translated into different languages. We have from second year, you can see here, in first year there was 22 books. In second year we have 88 books, 42 at degree and 46 and diploma level. Maybe third year it may also increase. As in 12 languages, translation work of 6 languages, Bengali, Hindi, Malayalam, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, is being coordinated by AICTE Training and Learning Atal Cell under the guidance of our respected respected advisor 1, Dr. Mamta K. Agarwal, and remaining 6 languages coordinated by Institute Development Cell. AICTE is promoting engineering education as regional languages, also committed to providing course material in regional languages. For that, we have launched a dedicated portal called ECUM, AICTE ECUM, that is knowledge unleashed in multiple Bharatiya languages. That was launched by the Honorable President of India, Shrimati Draupadi Murmu in Bhubaneswar on November 11, 2022. These features of our books are, we are converting features of these books, which whenever you will complete your book will be on the ECUM portal. Features of these books are contents of books. These books are aligned with mapping of course outcome and program outcome, unit outcome. At beginning of each unit, learning outcomes are listed to make student understand what is expected to him or her after completing that unit. Then these books provide lot of recent information, interesting facts, QR codes for e-resources, codes for ICT, projects, group discussion also. Student and we are trying our best to prepare student and teacher centric material that is balanced in chronological manner and mainly focus on outcome based education. See, in NEP, we are mainly looking at 4 E's. First one is expansion, second one is excellence, third one is equity and assess. Fourth one is employability. Four is expansion, excellence, equity, employability. I believe that this translation into regional language will help to achieve these four E's. We will help to expand our education system. Our gross enrollment ratio is at the moment is 22%, which we want to increase up to 35%, and excellence to maintain and improve quality education. As our NEP document suggested, we have to focus on quality education. In in excellence, definitely regional language will help in focusing student, mainly in critical thinking, their in on mother tongue. And equity, um, as you see in India, there is great divide in population, our population's reason to reach broader section of this regional languages, technical education is regional languages can help. Last one, employability. When I was sitting with Professor Gopakumar, Professor Gopakumar asked me, sir, what will be employability? What will be employability? I, as per my opinion, definitely employability of students will improve, because whenever students learn in their own mother language, it will be helpful for student. In a language will not be barrier. It will be helpful in student to develop critical thinking and problem solving. The mainly, I believe that from that it will help to increase employability skills. Yes, definitely. This orientation program is basically intended to know each other, as there is need to synchronization between translators, reviewers. I along with Professor Gopakumar, coordinator for this translation program of Malayalam language second year, will try our best to provide roadmap and how to move further. We all know that communication is main element of teaching. Our whole communication affected by the way we speak. There, I think it will be better, it will be best if material is properly designed and it will be more readable, more enjoyable in reading it. So I request all the reviewers, think twice, think thrice. If you are using some word, will it connect the students? Will it connect? If you are translating some material, will it connect the students? Will it help to student in critical thinking, in problem solving? There, in this scheme, translators and reviewers are playing very critical role, very crucial role in this AICTE technical book writing and translation mission, because translation and reviewers playing a catalyst role, doing this noble work to changing our education system, which I talked for. We want to achieve four E's that will help, that is envisioned in NEP 2020. For this translation, AICTE has developed a tool called AICTE Translation Automation Artificial Intelligence Tool, which translate English language into various Indian languages. AICTE is also coordinating with UDAN team of IIT Bombay. But there is no restriction. You want to use whatever tool. Our AICTE tool is there, UDAN team, maybe some other tools also. Maybe some other tool you may know. We are not restricting translator reviewers, but we want these books of best quality. These tools will be really helpful for translators, but I request all translators and reviewers, please don't fully rely on these tools, because accuracy of these translation tools will be around 60 to 70%. In later stage of this orientation program, translation tool will be also demonstrated with these words. I stop here. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the introduction into AICTE Technical Book Writing Scheme. Now, I cordially invite Dr. Mamata R. Agarwal, advisor of AICTE, to address the guests and participants of this program. Dr. Mamata is joining us online. Over to you, ma'am.
Well, if someone can confirm that my voice is clear. You can show me the thumbs up so I will understand that my voice is clear. Okay. Honorable Vice Chancellor of the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Dr. Siaj Thomas, Dr. Suresh Babu V, Principal CET, Dr. Vinu Thomas, Dean Academics of the University, Dr. K. Gopu Kumar, Program Coordinator, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, my very worthy colleague, Sunil Luthra, who is here, all dear translators and reviewers. It is indeed a privilege for me to address this August gathering. Somehow I see the number of people, academicians who are attending the program appear to be a little low, since I had been to all other orientation programs and the number of translators and reviewers have been on a higher side. But maybe other people are in an online mode. So Luthra ji has really spoken quite well that, why we should really be doing this work. But I always feel that when we are convinced about an activity, when we have a clear conviction as to why are we doing it, I think our goal, our purpose becomes much more clearer, much more authentic in the sense of, and we are much more passionately engaged in it. He has given some of the reasons as to why should we be translating. And we often give example of countries like Japan, countries like China, countries like Germany. These examples are worthwhile examples, but we need to understand that India is a country of languages. It's not like Japan, or it is not like China, or it is not like Germany, where the whole country speaks only one language. So when we decided, and there was actually a study, and AICTE was doing a Stanford, in collaboration with the Stanford University, a study. So where they realized that Indian students who were actually compared with the similar academic ecosystem, that is with Chinese students and with the German students and with Russian students. So it was realized that our memory skills, that how we memorize and then reproduce something, they were almost on par with Russian students, but little lower than Chinese. And then all other things which he spoke about, critical thinking, problem solving skills, creativity, team building exercises, which are the demand of today's time, being agile, being resilient, we were not doing as well as the other ecosystems, other academic ecosystems were doing. So when we did the dissection and we went into a little deeper analysis, we realized that a student speaks different language at home. And at a young age, when the girl or the boy takes admission of an age of around 4, 4.5, and 5 years, all the 3,000 to 4,000 words vocabulary which he or she learns in the mother tongue. In your case, it is Malayalam, maybe in some other case, Telugu or Odia or Punjabi or Gujarati or anything. So the moment she or he goes to the school and then everything is taught in an English medium, then there is a conflict between the mother tongue versus English. And the understanding sometimes become a little more difficult. And then when you go to technical education, your concepts, different theoretical concepts increasingly become more complex and more difficult. And if we want our students to understand the concepts so clearly, they have to have a deeper understanding of the complex topics, complex technical topics, then understanding those topics in their own mother tongue is what really makes sense. And since you would be doing it for diploma students are the students, who will actually be interacting more with the comparatively deeper into the social strata of our society. So them knowing the concept and sometimes even explaining the concept to their customers in their own language will make much more sense. So why are we doing it? Number one, we need quality technical books in the mother tongue for better understanding of the subject, for deeper knowledge of the subject. And as various studies have proven time and again in Eastern Asia, even in United States, that the STEM understanding, science, technology, mathematics, engineering, complex subject understanding is much more deeper. It is much more enhanced. So outcome is better. Outcome is much more enhanced if these are taught in a language that is the own language of the student or the Matrubhasha. Number two, the classroom deliberations. See, that is the time when they are students, they are very young. So if they want to ask a question in a class which they have not understood, generally they would be very reluctant, very hesitant to ask that question because they will feel that everyone will make fun of them. They don't know English so well. So if we want better classroom engagement, if we want better classroom discussions, if we want better classroom discourse, then definitely we should allow our students to ask questions in their own mother tongue. Thirdly, parents are one of the most important stakeholders in teaching learning. But many parents who don't know English well, they don't understand what their child is actually learning, at what level of learning he is or she is at. So if we want our parents to be equal partners in this teaching learning process, it becomes very imperative that we at least teach in the mother tongue and we allow parents to know what level of understanding that child has. And fourthly, and one of the most important one, India is a very diverse country. Even in Trivandrum, there are still places, rural places, small places, coastal towns, where people are first generation learners. I often give this example that picturize a girl who is a first generation learner. For the first time she has come to school or the technical education. You really need to appreciate that she has entered into technical education. And she comes from comparatively a much weaker economic section of the society, where English is not so much prevalent. Everyone is not as privileged as you people sitting on the dais, or I am speaking to you, or all other people in this auditorium. So we also need to create equity access for those socio-economically disadvantageous groups of our society. People coming from rural India, people coming from first generation learners, people coming from comparatively weaker socio-economic sections. So let us all come together, join hands, and make a much more inclusive academic ecosystem where every child in the class, every student in the class have equal access, equal equity, equal performance goal that one can also learn with the same depth, and then definitely equal quality. And again, I always say it is not a debate that English or mother tongue. It is mother tongue and English. So mother tongue plus English. I have a very humble request to all of you. Please take this work very passionately and try to finish it off within the time frame. My last sentence, as the linguistic philosophy says, there can never be a translation. So there is no word in different two languages which are exactly a replica or a synonym of each other. So whenever you use the word with intent. What are we trying to say? In the simplest possible manner, which conveys the best meaning. So we are not trying to impress with the language. We are just trying to express a difficult topic in the most simple language, which is my own language, which is my mother tongue, which is my Malayalam. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for the speech. Now I call upon Dr. Sisa Thomas, Honorable Vice Chancellor, APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, for the inaugural speech.
Respected Director of AICTE, Dr. Sunil Luthra, Member Secretary, Professor Rajiv Kumar, in his absence. Again, Director, Dr. Dinesh Singh, Advisor AICTE, Advisor 1 AICTE, Dr. Mamata Agarwal, Coordinator of today's program, Dr. Gopakumar, Principal of College of Engineering, Trivandrum, Dr. Suresh Babu, Dean Academics, Dr. Vinu Thomas. One second, sorry. Dear colleagues and dear participants, good morning to all of you. And it is really wonderful to be present here at the inaugural function of the orientation program of translators and reviewers of the diploma books, sponsored and guided by AICTE, coordinated by APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, hosted at College of Engineering, Trivandrum, with participants from colleges all over Kerala. Till recently, we know that technical education was delivered in English language everywhere in India, and it was only with the introduction of the national education policy that the thought of delivering technical education in classes in regional language started getting the discussion and also got introduced in some of the places. As we all know, there is too much of unity and diversity in India, where people speak different languages. And according to the census of India recently, there are 122 major languages and 1,599 other languages, out of which 30 languages are being spoken by over 1 million native speakers in different parts of India. But English is no doubt a preferable language for technical communication in the international context. Without doubt, the students need to be well-versed in English for them to be in demand in the global market. However, as the director was mentioning, and even the advisor one, Mamata Madam, was mentioning, and even studies have shown that there is a great advantage of the students being taught in 2 languages or even in mixed languages. This is because the students coming from rural background, they find it more comfortable when they are taught in the regional language. Also, studies have shown that the conceptual learning that was also mentioned by the director, conceptual learning gets aided when the learning happens in the regional language, and the students become more creative and innovative. So the local language communication in India is imperative and effective for the developmental action. And the learning outcome, as Sir was mentioning, is also supposed to increase when the students get a clear picture of the topic, the concepts made very clear, and because of which they become very passionate about their studies, and that will naturally improve their knowledge and hence their employability, or whether they want to pursue any career outside, after their studies. So starting with IIT BHU, as it has a very strong base in Hindi, and then in 2021 admission, even in other IITs and even NITs, the engineering classes have started being offered in the mother tongue, which is in line with the national education policy, which calls for the education in one's mother tongue, whether it is vernacular language or regional language for delivering the education. So this was mainly to avoid the language barrier, and for which resources need to be built to encourage this type of learning. The study materials need to be developed, and the same is now getting undertaken by AICTE. And AICTE has come up promoting initially, as another scheme, they have come up with promoting the original book, writing the latest developments in technical subjects, incorporated as per the AICTE model curriculum, therein in regional languages, which is long due. And now as as another step, the translation work is being undertaken with the existing books by granting financial support to the distinguished faculty members or faculty writers who are faculty from the colleges all over the state. So when I was talking to Mamata madam, she was a little concerned because ours was the only university which has started very late. The same was mentioned by Gobuguma sir also, because he was finding it very difficult to get the resource persons. So since we have started late, as the director was mentioning, even Jadavpur University started late, and they were concerned about Jadavpur University, and director has made a visit to the university, and he was motivating the translators and the reviewers, because of which now they have come first. Now it is our chance that we have started still late. Still, there is every scope that we will also be able to get motivated from the words of Mamata madam mainly, and even the director, who has pushed you to such an extent that we'll have to stick on to the time frame and complete the translation process on time, because for which you have tools. And as Gopukuma sir was mentioning, the tools which are 70% efficient, whereas director has mentioned the reality that it will be only a little more than 60%. Anyway, whatever it be, it is reducing 60% of your load. So it is only 40% that you have to contribute. There, when you contribute, it is not to impress, but to express, so that students find it easy to cope up, to understand in the regional language. So the university has taken up this, and the assigned responsibility of Malayalam work is we are going to assign it, scrutinize it, and supervise it along with other tasks. And in this context, the university has submitted the recommendation list of the translators, and for the second year book of the diploma. And the Gopakumar will be the coordinator. He's entrusted with the responsibility of undertaking even the technical book writing scheme for the diploma books in Malayalam language. He'll consolidate, coordinate, and follow up the activities of the translation of the books under the AICTE to Malayalam. And the university, I think, has given wide publicity to the scheme and invited applications from all of you, from the interested translators. And the university, with this list, the list of those who are showing interest in the technical book translation, we have accepted their application, and the proposed authors are expected to be of high repute, having a good command over the language, and I think they have proven their academic records of brilliance and recognized in similar type of work. And I congratulate all of you, all the participants, for taking up this task. And I assure you all sorts of support from the university side. And as far as I understand, the university is responsible for monitoring the progress and acceptance after evaluating the completed work by constituting appropriate committees, and has deemed suitable, and recommend the release of the funds to AICTE at a stage of awarding the acceptance. And AICTE will further be doing the judgment, looking at the standards before the books are being approved in any of the regional languages. And post this, the script of such books shall be shared with all the technical universities. And the entire project is expected to be completed in a time-bound manner. I'm repeating it. And I understand that any false statements or suppression of facts on the side of the authors or the translators or the institute even you will be jointly liable for the penal action, and even the action of recovery of the amount paid with interest as decided by the AICTE. Just have to, I'm just mentioning this point, even though I'm sure that all of you would have come up with an extreme passion and to get involved in such a great effort. And The orientation program of the faculty members selected for the translation and review of the books is now being held, and I am proud to officially inaugurate this program. And I wish the coordinator, Gopakumar sir, and the entire AICTE team hearty congratulations, and I also wish them all the very best. And my wishes also go out to all the participants, and my ardent wish is that you have a fruitful one day here. And I wish you a nice learning experience. And I think you will all get the enough abilities and understanding to come up with a world-class material in Malayalam that that will attract appreciation from all corners. Have a nice and productive day ahead. Best wishes, and thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for the enlightening and motivating speech. Now I invite Dr. Suresh Babu, Principal of College of Engineering, Trivandrum, to address the gathering.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sisa Thomas, respected Director of AICTE, Dr. Sunil Rutra, respected Member Secretary, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Dean Academics of the University, Dr. Vinu Thomas, the coordinator of this program, Dr. Gopakumar, AICTE advisor, Dr. Mamta Agarwal, the officials of the university, the participants of this workshop. A very good morning to all of you. AICTE has implemented and is in the process of implementing several reforms in technical education. And this is one among that. Actually, there are several other schemes by AICTE for setting up of laboratories, for research, different sorts of research funding like that. Several schemes are there for the development of institutions as well as individuals. And most of us are not aware of these schemes, and all the details are available in the AICTE website. And my request is that all of you go through the schemes offered by AICTE and make them available. Each faculty at least make use of one of the schemes offered by AICTE. That will surely transform your institution as well as any of the institution where you work. That is one thing. And as far as this endeavor is concerned, the books in regional languages, because in the teaching learning process, the communication is the most important factor. And in many times, the communication is a hindrance for transferring knowledge from the instructor to the learner. And this happens from usually, especially in the higher education, usually the primary or lower level education will be in the mother tongue, but later we switch on to the English language as the primary medium of instruction. And actually that is an essential requirement also, because as far as the employability is concerned, all of us are supposed to be employed globally. And in that context, the language, again, the communication is a hindrance. Only if you are very good in communication, you can get to a job. And that issue also has to be addressed. Anyway, this is a good initiative, because as far as the outcomes, especially in the context of outcome-based education, the education has to ensure that the outcome, the learner achieves the outcomes, and for that the best communication is essential, and the Malayalam or whatever is the regional language textbook, availability of the textbook in the regional language will greatly help it. But at the same time, the examination, I think as far as our state is concerned, the examinations at diploma level and technical education and engineering level are in English medium only, and learn through Malayalam books and write examination in English. That will be another task, or that will be another hindrance for the teaching learning process, and that sort of reforms shall take place. And at the same time, the second language, say Malayalam, then English, and that is also very essential, and there must be scheme for improving the language skill, the English language skill. Otherwise, he will be backed out in the employment market. Therefore, while implementing this reform, simultaneously, there must be provision for enhancing the English language skill. And usually once if we start with the English as from the primary level, or from the lowest level itself, he start with the English language, he will, at the time of when he reaches a 10th or 12th, he will be fluent in English, and there will be no issue in instructing through English language. But in our states, most of the lower level, especially in the government schools, the medium of teaching is Malayalam. That is another issue. There are schools for students who learn through English medium and students who learn through Malayalam. Therefore, there must be a balance between the students undergoing Malayalam medium process and English medium process. And these issues must be addressed by our education system, our government. Say this initiative shall be, while implementing this initiative, we should ensure that the related issues are addressed by the concerned authority and the government. Otherwise, it may become a failure, because only having books in regional language, that won't help the entire process. And I believe that there will be initiatives from the AICTE side and the government side to ensure that there are supporting mechanisms for writing the exams in the corresponding regional languages, as well as at the same time, there must be strong support for learning the international language. Otherwise, there will be barrier in the employment markets. And anyway, I wish all success to this workshop, and thank you, and welcome all of you to CET. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for addressing various concerns and bringing it to the notice of the officials. Now, I call upon Dr. Vinu Thomas, Dean Academics, APJ-KTU, for the felicitation speech.
Dear dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Sisa Thomas, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director AICTE, Dr. Mamta Agarwal, Advisor 1 AICTE, Dr. Dinesh Singh, Director AICTE, Dr. Gopakumar, Dr. Suresh Babu, Sri Satish Kumar, the Assistant Registrar of the University, my dear fellow colleagues in academia of the university, and my dear colleagues at APJ-KTU. In fact, we can look at many pros and cons vis-a-vis the introduction of regional languages in engineering teaching. But to me, the primary advantage that you can very easily appreciate is the academic and cultural inclusivity in teaching engineering. If I hark back to my times during undergraduate program during 1993, I certainly would have appreciated such an initiative at that time, because I, being partly from a Malayalam medium school and then finally doing my high school in English medium, I definitely found at least some of the subjects very difficult to comprehend because of the language barrier. So if it can be ensured that the language barrier is removed, thereby enabling the students to understand the concepts better, then that should definitely improve the learning outcomes of the students. This also will make the students more confident, while at the time you also need to emphasize the importance of the international language, as Dr. Suresh Babu has rightly mentioned. The opportunity for the students to have a better understanding of the concepts would be more if the teaching is done in their mother language. I wish the program a great success. I understand that there is a timeline that we need to stick to. We need to complete the task within 1 month, as I understand. So in the afternoon, you will also get a hands-on training session whereby you will be making an actual translation of the allotted course. You'll be doing a one-page translation of the allotted course. So that should definitely help you going forward. So I wish everyone a fruitful day for this workshop, and I wish the program a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Cesar Thomas, to hand over a memento to Dr. Sunil Luthra as a token of our appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now, I call upon Satish Kumar, sir, Assistant Registrar, Academics of AKPGTU, to propose the vote of thanks.
Actually, the time is over for this section. Therefore, I know it is not fair to trouble you with my bubbles. At first, I am extending thanks for the all community of our university to the Honorable Vice Chancellor who inaugurated this function. And I also extend thanks to Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director AICTE, and Dr. Mamata R. Agarwal, who delivered a marvelous speech for us. And not to say, actually, every one of this university community knows better that the actual brain behind all the development of academic atmosphere of our university is no one but Dr. Gogumar sir, and his endeavor and hard work for the development of our university is to be mentioned here. And we are very thankful to you, Gogumar sir, and extending thanks to Dr. Vinod Thomas, our beloved Dean Academics and a great academician in the field of engineering and technology. And Dr. Dinesh Singh, Director AICTE. And I extend thanks to all the participants and to my colleagues. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we are in time. First part is our inaugural session is over. As per our schedule, inaugural session was from 10:30 to 11:35. So we are right in time. So now we have a tea break, 11:35 to 11:50. So we request all of you to have a tea break and please join here at 11:50. And then we'll be having technical sessions. 2 sessions are there. One demo by AICTE team, that is for around 1 hour. Another demo by UDAN team, that's again for 1 more hour. So we'll be having lunch break after that only. So please ensure that you have your tea and be prepared for around 2 hours demonstration, software demonstration. Thereafter, we'll be having lunch, and then afternoon session we'll have a sample. You will be utilizing that software for a sample translation of 1 page. So that's our schedule today. So we hope that everything will be over by 4 p.m. So now you can break for a lunch break. So the function is closed. Thank you.